Hello everyone. Normally when I do a YouTube video, it's on our marriage coaching because that's what my husband and I do. But outside of marriage coaching, I am also a registered nurse and have been for about 30 years. So I just wanted to share a little bit about hand hygiene, and also I wanted to show you later on in this YouTube video how you can make a face mask without any sewing. So a lot of people have been posting pictures of their face mask and they've made them with their sewing machine. Well, a lot of people don't have a sewing machine, number one, and a lot of people also aren't very crafty to be able to do that. So I just want to show you a real simple one. I know a lot of the states are going to be requiring that when you go out that you wear a face mask. So I wanted to just show you a really simple way to get that done. But before I do, I just want to say thank you everyone for all of the support and love that all of the healthcare workers have been receiving during this time of crisis. We really appreciate all your prayers, all of your thoughts, all your kind words, all of the Facebook posts. Keep them coming because it's motivating and encouraging for us. But I wanted to talk about hand hygiene because a lot of people really don't know the proper way to make sure that they are protecting themselves as best as possible with hand hygiene. The first thing I want to talk about is your hand sanitizer. So I want you to make sure that you have hand sanitizer. I know for me, I always have hand sanitizer in my car. This big bottle now sits in my cup holder of my car, but a lot of people don't really know how to use this or when to use it, I should say. So you need to use this religiously all the time. But when you get in and out of your car, before you even start touching your steering wheel or your gear shifter, you want to go ahead and use some hand sanitizer. So go ahead and do that. Make sure you rub and then it dries. I keep a little bottle like this in my purse so that I can use this wherever I go. Think about the things that you touch a lot. Like when I go into the bathroom stall, I mentioned today to another lady that she should make sure she uses her hand sanitizer when you're touching that lock on the door, because people don't think about, oh, I should probably, there's a lot of germs there. So, but even when I go in, right before I even lock the door into the stall, I make sure I use hand sanitizer. So also you want to make sure, I keep also in my middle console in my car, I keep some antibacterial or Lysol wipes because your car is very dirty. People don't think about, we're eating there and it's just, we're touching everything. So we're spreading a lot of germs. So you want to make sure you take the time to wipe your steering wheel. Everything now is touchscreen on these newer vehicles. Wipe your touch screens, your knobs to your radio and windows, all the things that you touch a lot. Make sure you want to wipe those things down as well. And then when you do wash your hands, just make sure you get a good scrub and get a good lather. You want to make sure you wash your hands for 20 seconds or more. And then also when you turn the faucet off, as nurses and healthcare professionals, we already are trained to grab a paper towel first, and then after you dry your hands, grab another paper towel to turn the water faucet off. But get in the habit of doing that too. You don't want to wash your hands and then turn your faucet off with the same dirty hands, with your clean hands on a dirty faucet handle. So go ahead and wash your hands. Leave the water running, get your paper towel, dry your hands, get another dry paper towel, and then turn the water faucet off, okay? And then when you do wash your hands or sanitize, just make sure you pay attention to your fingernails. Make sure you get underneath those nails. So to talk more about the face mask, I wanted to share with you what the CDC is recommending, is that everyone, when you leave the house, should go out with a face mask. And the reason why they are saying this is because before, if before Corona, if you were to go outside with a face mask, if I saw someone walking out with one on, I would assume that that patient or that person either had a respiratory infection or something going on respiratory wise that they don't want to spread, like a cold or the flu. Or number two is their immune system has been compromised so that they are protecting themselves from us or other people around them that could spread germs to them that could potentially be deadly for someone who has a low white count or their immune system is been compromised in some way like that. So right now the recommendation for mask for everyone is we have discovered or it has been revealed that people who have COVID-19 doesn't always show symptoms. They are what we call asymptomatic. So if that is the case, then we don't know who's the carrier. So the CDC would just kind of like for everyone to assume that we are carriers of COVID-19 and we are going to protect and keep from spreading the virus everywhere. So I know a lot of young people are saying things like, well, if I get it, it's not affecting the young population, it's affecting the older population, so I don't need to do anything different. Well, that's the wrong attitude and that's the wrong mindset. Because what we want is, if you are a carrier, if you may do just fine. Most people do, thank God. But if you are a carrier and grandma is 80 years old, Aunt Sharon is 70, and then Uncle Bob is 68, and you are around them and you spread the virus to them, it could be life and death for someone of that age bracket. So we don't want to just spread it and not even know that you're doing it. We want to do everything we can to kind of slow this down and stop the momentum. With that being said, the CDC is recommending that everyone go out and wear a mask when you do go out. Now, of course, we would like for everyone to stay in so that we can stop this virus from spreading and get back to life as usual. But if you do have to go out, wear a mask. And I'm going to show you how to make a very simple mask that requires no sewing whatsoever. And it's nothing beautiful, but it definitely will meet the need. So this is the mask that I'm going to show you how to make. Okay, so it just goes simple like that. You can adjust it, and that's all it is. So what I want to show you, and then it is cloth, but what I did was I just grabbed a old t-shirt, and I'm recommending an old t-shirt or t-shirt fabric. It's my husband's old t-shirt because it doesn't fray like some of the other fabrics. And then all I did was I simply cut, well, the fabric size that I cut out was 12 inches long by 8 inches wide. And then I just take this piece and then I cut little holes, fold it in half like so. This is that 12-inch folded in half, and then I cut 5 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I took a piece of yarn. You can take a piece of yarn, elastic, just an elastic long piece, and I cut out 12 inches of that, and then I just threaded it between each hole. And then I did it on both sides on this one, of course. Just do it on both sides. And then once I do that, I pull it, and that's where I get my mask. And then I just tied a knot, just a little knot. And you can do that on, once you measure it around your ears to make sure you're not making it too short or too long. And then once you do that, then you have this pull, and you can do that on the other side as well. But all it takes is a pair of scissors and just fold it in half, cut your hole between, on both sides. So I just folded it in half and cut the same both sides at one time. So I just made a little hole here, another little hole there, another little hole there through both sides of the fabric, and then I ran my my string through there, tie a knot, and then when you get done, here you go. You got your mask. And all you need to do is make sure you wear this. Simple. And you want to make sure that you wash it. So that's why I like these, because what we don't want people to do is go onto Amazon and order a bunch of masks and trying to get the N95s or the surgical masks, because we really truly want to save those for our healthcare professionals like myself, because we truly are running out or running low. So we're doing everything we can to save those. And I'm going to tell you, these are even better because you can wash them. So you, after every use, don't just keep using them over and over and over, because what you're doing is taking this, spreading germs. If you are positive or someone else who's around you are positive for corona, you're just going to carry this dirty thing back in your house, throw it on your table, and you're spreading the germs throughout your house. So what you want to do is, as soon as you get home, just throw it in your kitchen sink. Put a little dish detergent, wash it real good with hot soapy water, rinse it, hang it up, get your next one out. So make 2 or 3 of these, and then wash, get another one, and keep them fresh so that you don't spread the germs around. And these are better. So, and my recommendation of folding it in half is because it's going to give you a little bit more thickness than just one layer. So that gives less chance for things, bacteria, to penetrate through this. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. And like I said, these are not anything fancy, but t-shirt, 2 strings, pair of scissors, you can make a mask, and you can make enough for your family and for you to get through whatever amount of days you need to get through it. So hopefully this was helpful, and we will check back in when I think of something else that I need to share with you.